Hello, my name is Andrew Trickett, co-founder of Merge. Thank you for joining us. Today, I'm going to discuss how we make available powerful tools to use augmented reality and virtual reality for active learning in the classroom. Specifically, I'm going to be giving a demonstration of our new EDU platform. Many of you are already aware of the power of using augmented reality, virtual reality, which I will call AR/VR, in the classroom. It really has a powerful impact on increasing student engagement, to engaging them in active learning, not just passive learning. These build highly marketable skills, and they're wonderful tools specifically within makerspace and labs and also libraries, where the kids are creating things, not just consuming content. By way of quick background, Merge has always been engaged in AR and VR focused on kids and always focused on enriching content for kids. And as you'll see here, we've won several awards for products that are suitable for kids with AR, VR, and particularly in the classroom, such as winning the Award of Excellence for Best Classroom Technology at the recent TCEA show. The first product that we brought out were AR, VR headsets, and we're famous for them because of how comfortable, how durable, and how hygienic they are. So they are perfect for classrooms. They are perfect for take-home programs, say for checkout in a school library, and they are the perfect replacement for Google Cardboard. And they do work with all Google Expeditions content, as well as a much broader array of virtual reality applications and 360-degree videos. We're world famous for the Merge Cube. You've probably seen this, but in case you haven't, what's happening is that the student is holding a very precisely manufactured cube in their hand, and they're looking at the screen with the device's back-facing camera interacting with that cube. And what it does is it presents a hologram that the student is seeing in their hand and in some ways actually feel it in their hand. And they can interact with it by rotating it around, by pushing it away, by pulling it towards them, looking at it from above, from below. And it really gives a sense of wonder and touch, which is missing with most AR and VR technologies. It's incredibly impactful and gives a life to lessons in a way that the students never forget and will always keep with them. So we originally brought this out in the consumer market and have sold over 1.3 million of these cubes to date. They've been very popular, and they were discovered by teachers. There are a number of apps available, and a lot of them free. Teachers discovered these apps and started adapting them to the classrooms. And this includes not only the professionally generated content that they've adapted to the classroom, such as our solar system viewer, such as anatomy viewers, but there's also another app called Object Viewer, in which students can create their own 3D objects using very popular third-party tools such as Tinkercad, CoSpaces, Minecraft EDU, Microsoft Paint, Remix, and many others. They can interact with their own objects, which is incredibly powerful and brings a whole element of makerspaces, user creation, active learning, in addition to consuming the professionally generated content. It's been wonderful to see educators adopt the cube and adapt these apps for the classroom. And it has grown into an incredible fan base and a very active community. As a matter of fact, we have the largest education-related group on all of Facebook. However, we got some feedback from the education community that they wanted all of the apps in a single install rather than multiple installs. They wanted premium features for Object Viewer, and they wanted these tools to be a proper part of the school's enterprise IT system. So that's why we created this new EDU platform. It really is the platform that teachers asked Merge to build. The platform is comprised of a number of different elements. The first one I'm going to talk about, and the one that I'm going to demonstrate, is the Merge Explorer app. This is where all of the professionally generated content resides. The second piece is the Object Viewer app, which is now going to have all of the premium features, such as enhanced storage, private group sharing, and annotating objects, and a number of other different features that the community asked us to build. And all of those premium features will be available for free as part of this platform. This platform will also be a proper part of your school's IT enterprise environment. For example, we are integrating it into select single sign-on systems. We are providing teacher dashboards so you can track student activity. We'll be providing enterprise provisioning tools so that it's very easy to set up all the students at once, and a number of other aspects that IT administrators look for in a system like this. Okay, so let's take a look at the Merge Explorer app. As we scroll through these topic cards, you'll notice in the main title and the subtitle that these map to the next generation science standards. And yes, we will be mapping to certain states' specific standards. But what you'll see here is that they are heavy on science, but they go beyond science into all STEM categories, as well as beyond STEM, such as art, and we will be covering many other subjects as well. But you'll see some examples here ranging from solar system viewers to cell biology to material science and much, much more. The one that we're going to demonstrate today is this first card entitled Earth Science, Terraforming the Earth. As I open this card, you'll notice how we organize this into submodules. So there's text that's available for each one of the submodules. There's an ability to listen to that text if that's the preference of the student or the need of the student. And what I'm going to do now is to activate this first digital experience, which shows the different layers of the Earth. And you see here the magic of Merge Cube in action. So we're clicking on the different layers such as the inner core, the outer core, the upper mantle, and the crust. And we can see the different layers. I can hold the Earth in my hand. I can move it around. I can push it away from me. I can pull it toward me so it has a sense of scale. And it really engages the student into feeling that digital object in their hand. And it really is magic in a way that they will never forget, in a way that will stay with them long after the class is over. If you have the proper devices, there's an additional capability that you can do with these digital objects. We call it stamping. It's also called place in the world. So for example, I can click on all of the layers at once, move the cube away, and now it's actually kind of hanging in the air as if by magic, and I can interact with it. Now I escape full screen and I move on to the next submodule, which is tectonic plates. And in the same way, I can activate this next digital experience, which is exploring the different tectonic plates of the Earth. So you'll see here that I'm activating the Pacific plate, the Australian plate, etc. And I have that same stamping capability if I wanted to, that I could stamp the different plates and hang them in the air, which is absolutely wonderful. Now we'll move on to the third submodule, which is visualizing the subduction process in action. And you'll see an animation that displays that. As we move into the final submodule of this topic, we now have a 3D object that's a cross-section of a volcano. What you'll notice here at the bottom is that we're tracking whether the student actually interacted with all four submodules. And as we see here, I've actually done so. All four submodules are green, and I've earned a check mark at the end of this topic. This information will be fed through the teacher dashboard so the teacher can track whether the students actually completed their assignments. Well, that was just a brief demonstration of the Merge Explorer app. But as I mentioned, there's going to be a wealth of additional content that's available for our first customers. We're following the NGSS standards, but going well beyond that. And this is just a brief glimpse of the different topics that will be covered at the elementary school level, at the middle school level. There will be content for high school students starting in 2020, but the platform can be used today in very powerful ways in the high school environment, particularly around user creation. And the Cube software development kit is open and free, so your ambitious computer science students could actually create their own apps for the Merge Cube. The Merge EDU platform supports a very wide variety of late model devices across a number of different operating systems, iOS and Android devices, as well as many models of Windows 10 computers and Chromebooks that have back-facing cameras. Well, that's a quick glimpse of the Merge EDU platform. If you have further questions, please feel free to reach out to us at edusales@mergevr.com. Thank you.